Hello, everybody. My name is Marija Đenadić Torbica, and I'm an English teacher. I have been teaching English for 15 years already, and I have been teaching all primary school grades students. Today's workshop is going to be about Genially, and we are going to see some basic steps for all of you that want to try using this phenomenal tool. Let's begin. First, you begin with making an account, of course, and you can do that with signing up, like you do in any other tool. You can see here that Genially is available in English, of course, and in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Italian. So when you make an account, go log in. And now we are inside your Genially, actually my Genially account. Now here there are some folders, but all the features with the star are not available in a free version. So this is not a free version. When you make your Geniallys, they're going to appear in this space here. Okay. Now, before we begin, I would like to show you some of my examples and what I like to do in Genially, so that you can get idea of what you can do. There are a lot of possibilities, and these are just the small parts of it. Okay, you can make games with ready templates. So what I did here is actually not much. The template is here, the dice is here, and these are the draggable players. In this case, they are animals because the team is animals. So I made just these little stars and I put questions in it. These are the questions that my students have to solve in order to reach the goal and be the winner. So this is really simple, and you can do this in 15 minutes. Okay, the next example is also one game. You can see here that it can be with music, but we are going to turn it off now. It's a simple memory game and also made with a template. So you just have to insert these pictures or images, and when they are ready, they go to the question, where is the cow? If I'm correct, the cow is here, yes, and then go to the next question and next and next. What I also like to do is make a Genially, which will be the sum of everything I want to do with my students in one module or unit or theme. We can call it as you wish. And I'm going to quickly show you two of my examples, because one of them is done with this one is done with the template, and this one, clothes, I didn't do with the template. I started from the scratch, simply because all of my assignments or everything I put in this Genially is colorful, and I needed blank pages, white pages, so that they could be visible and easy to navigate. And here, with house, rooms, furniture, and everything, I found a template which would be good for my idea how this unit should be presented. So sometimes I use them in class. Some of the parts I give for homework. Let's start with let's start with this one, because it is done with a template. When you go to start, there are some pictures, and you can see that you can click on them. So let's click on house. What I did here is put an image of a house, marked it with this little buttons and numbers, and when you hover over it, you can see that there is something there, and they are blinking, floating, I don't know. These are animations, so I have to click to see what's there.
Roof.
The pronunciation. So I like these pages when the students are learning new words, which are going to be used as a kind of a base with the new words. So the students can always go back to this page, and if they didn't remember all the words, they can see how the words are written, and they can hear how the words are pronounced. Okay, and let's go to the rooms. Here are the 4 rooms that I need my students to learn. So again, they can hear the pronunciation and they can see the pictures. And again, a bigger picture with the furniture and the written words and the pronunciation. So you get the idea what I did with all the rooms. Now let's go back to the page where the rooms are. And here are some of the games, quizzes, songs, and exercises that I made for my students. Game 1. This is an exercise or a game made not in Genially, but in Learning Apps, another tool, but it's embedded in Genially, into Genially. So your students won't need to go out of the Genially. Okay, you can do this with anything that can be embedded. I will show you how to do it later when we are inside the Genially. I just want to show you this one, drag and drops pages. What happens here? You can see by this hand that there is something to do with this man. Okay, read and drag. Let's see. Hover over. And there is an instruction. Mom is in the bathroom. Okay, take the mom and put her in the bathroom. Okay, so these family members are draggable. There are instructions. You can do this in class or you can give them for homework. And I also like to put somewhere a solution. So if they're doing this at home, they need to have some confirmation, is it good or not? So this is the solution. They can check it themselves. Now, something similar I did with clothes. Let's just quickly go through it. These are the pages with all the clothes, and they can hear the pronunciation. And now this is another Genially. You can see double Genially here, Genially logos. So this is a smaller Genially embedded in this big Genially about clothes. This is a flip an image game. There is a question and then they should find an answer, and this is the solution. It's done actually in the class, but it can be done at home as well. More clothes. Another YouTube quiz. A Learning Apps memory game. Okay, then again, drag and drop. By hovering over this, you know, I don't have to click anything, just stay here. And this is my task. This is my granny. She's wearing purple dress. So find the granny. Where is the purple dress? Here it is. And put the granny in her place. Again, they can see the solution here. This is a story from the YouTube. And then some assignments again with these kind of tasks. Okay, from the story. And now about the pictures. Genially has its own library, free library, but sometimes I can't find the picture I need there. So sometimes I'd use different sources, but you have to be careful and pay attention to the copyright. If you are going to use it in class for educational purposes, it's not a big deal. You can use pictures, but if you're going to put it somewhere online, you have to be careful. And these are again drag and drop pages. Read and then put the clothes on the girl, and so on and so on. When they are ready, they can check it here. Okay, the next one, I'm going to show you one which is made for upper classes, present simple and continuous. I actually used it in my online classes. This is the rule, and now I have here hidden a wheel of names with the names from my class, and then we chose one of the students to repeat the rule. Okay, adverbs of frequency. This is called the tooltip, when you don't have to press anything. Okay. Then present continuous. Again, this is the wheel of names. And then the third breakout room task. Here it is. They were supposed to look at it for 20 seconds, and then when I go to another slide, they should remember what the people were doing in these pictures. And these images here actually are silhouettes. I'm going to show you a little later where they are in Genially. Okay, this page is for pointing out the differences. And then there is a story from a story online, but from the YouTube, okay, embedded here. And why I always repeat embedded, because here is my mistake. For example, here, when you click on start, actually, you can see here that this is a Genially, another Genially, but here it isn't in my present simple continuous Genially. Why? I didn't embed it. I just put a link here, and now the children have to go out of the Genially and return when they do the quiz, you know. So it was better for me to embed it so that the children will stay in the Genially. Okay, so now let's go to the Genially. Let's go to the Create Genially. You can access it from here or here. It's the same thing. Now, what can be done in Genially? A lot of things. What I showed you here were presentations and gamifications. Here are templates for games and quizzes. Today, we are going to look at the presentations. Actually, it doesn't matter which one of these we do today, because I want to show you inside of the Genially what and how you should do things. Another page with templates. There are a lot of templates. You choose them by the topic, or, you know, sometimes some of them are not really what you need, but you can easily adapt them. And when you start doing it, the ideas are going to just come to you easily. So for today, we are going to use one with animals. Here it is. Go to plus, and then you can see the actual template and all of the pages here. Okay, timeline, then this page, then this page. Okay, and if you're satisfied with it and you want to use it, go to use this template. Now you want to choose all the pages. Even though some of these pages are not going to be used, you can easily delete them later. And now at the beginning, you want to choose all of the pages. So choose select all. And this is it. The Genially is opening. And now we are inside the Genially. So let's see what we have on the side and up here. First, let's see about background. There is a base and there is a canvas. This is the base, this is the canvas, the small part here. The thing that is visible is the canvas. So what can you do with it? You can change it. You can drag the picture from a computer. You can choose different color, or you can choose something from the library or from Pixabay. And later you can apply it to all the pages. But since you choose the template, I guess that you are satisfied with the design. So this is something I rarely do when I choose a template. I don't change the canvas or the base, but you can do that. Okay, now what can we do? It's actually the same thing as in Word or any other tool. For example, you can mark the text in the template, and if you don't like it, you can change it. What can you do with it? When you click on it, you see when you are not on the text, there are no tools, but when you click on the text, these are the text tools. What can you do with it? You can change the color, for example, like this. You can change the font like this. You can change the size. Here it is. Bold, italic, underline, and so on and so on. These are the same features that you can find in any text tool. The hand here means that you can make it draggable. When you click on the hand, here it is, and you can find it here as well. When you click on it, now the students will be able to drag this part. Let's see it on the preview. Okay, let's try. Yes, the text is draggable. You can choose from the variety of text styles here as well. Okay, now let's go to images. I said already that there is a library, so there is a Pixabay. Of course, you can find your pictures, a lot of pictures here. If you are not satisfied and you want to use something from your computer, you can drag and drop here. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, then you search and you find, okay. And here are the GIFs. And you have GIFs with transparent background. So if you check this field, you have a lot of GIFs with transparent background. Let's see how it looks like. If you need this, here it is. Great. So let's go back. Now, when the picture is already here, this GIF or this big camel, for example, what can we do with it? When you click on it and mark it, you can replace it. What does it mean? It means that the next picture is going to be the same in size and shape as this one. And again, you have Pixabay, scenes, illustrations, cutouts, and Giphy to choose from, or you can insert from your computer, Google Drive, Dropbox, and so on. Okay, pay attention to the copyright again. Let's just try the one. For example, I'm going to use a lion here and not a camel. Let's choose one big lion, this one, for example, and replace it. And this is it. It's not very good for my page, but I just wanted to show you this line is going to be the exact same size and shape as the camel. But of course, you can choose it from here, from Pixabay, and then the picture, let's choose just this one to see the picture is going to be here. You can drag it wherever you like. What else? You can delete it by pressing delete. What else can we do with the picture? You can give it a position. Okay, you can change its position. And you can change the opacity. What does it mean? The picture can be transparent, visible or invisible. I will show you later why this is important. Okay, you can give it a mask like this or like this. You get the picture. You can crop it, of course, edit. And you can make it draggable like I did with the text previously. Just press the hand button. Now, if you want to let's say, undo something that you did, you can do it here with these two arrows. This is undo, so we're going back what we did earlier, and this is redo. I actually want this one with oval shape. Okay, so you can undo and redo like in any other tool. Okay, this is also very important. Layers. What does it mean? To put pictures in order. You can see now that our lion is actually behind this orange part here. To put it to be the first one, the visible one, is to put it on the top layer. So I press this, and here is the lion. If I want it to go back, I press this, and the lion is back, and this orange field is the first one to be visible. Okay, these are layers. What else we didn't say? This is the lock button. You can find it here as well. What does it mean? If you lock the picture, then it can't be moved. You can't move it. You can't move it here, and the students won't be able to move it from the outside of the Genially. Let's press unlock again, and that's it actually. You can copy paste the picture, for example, copy and then paste, and now we have two pictures. You can do it actually manually. Press the right button, then copy, then again right button and paste, and the line is again here. Okay, that's it. Now resources. What are resources? Different icons, shapes, graphs and charts, lines and arrows, illustrations, scenes, maps, silhouettes. These are the silhouettes that I actually used in my present simple and continuous Genially. I found them here. Okay, let's move on. If you click on the shape will be here. You can change the color of it here, and you can do actually anything like with any other picture. Okay, let's move the shape here. You can resize it by simply doing this. And you can do it with any picture. Not just picture, but the text and anything here. Let's move on. Interactive elements. These are all kinds of buttons, buttons with text, markers, and so on, so on. Numbers, letters, and so on. For example, what can you use them for? Let's see here. Okay, here is one button, and I put it here because I wanted to put the solution to my problem here so that students could check it at home. Or like this one, you know, to point to the next page. Or this one. Some of them are, of course, in the template, but sometimes you need more of them. And again, you can change the color. And resize it and everything. Smart blocks is something I don't usually use, but you can see what you can find here, all the data tables and graphs. And before we go to insert, I want to show you one of the major features of the Genially, and that is interactivity. Anything can be interactive here. Anything. What does it mean? When you click on the image, for example, or text or anything, there are some possibilities here that you can do with it. let's see. The first one we explained replace. The first one is animation. When you press the animation, you have on the right, you have all of the options. And this is actually like in PowerPoint, you can choose whether you want it to be animated at the entrance or exit or continuous, or when you hover over the mouse, directions and effect. Later, when you are more confident in your work, you can even pay attention to the timing of the animation and the speed. For now, I just wanted to show you that it's here. If I actually like the animation here for this image, and I want to use the same animation for my, I don't know, for this Jiffy thing here. Let's see if it, yes. I can press copy, then go to my Jiffy, and then paste it here. And then the animation of the lion image is pasted on this. They have the same animation pattern. That's the animation, okay. And draggable and lock button I explained already, and this is the interactivity button. So what can we do with anything, actually, with a picture or text or anything? How can I make it interactive? We can add a tooltip to it. I showed you previously that when you hover over with the mouse on a part of your Genially, there appears to be something, a text or something. This is a tooltip. A tooltip is actually usually used for a small amount of text. You can navigate from here as well when you enter the interactivity. A window is used for a bigger amount of text. And we can link anything in our Genially with a certain page. Like, for example, in this one here, just a second, when you, this is a tooltip, okay, and this is linking pages. Just a second. When I press 1, I go to this page in my Genially. Okay. So let's see. Tooltip, small amount of text. You can type wherever you want. You can insert image in it, a video, a table, a link. Did I say it? A link? Yes. Emoticons and so on and so on. And then you press save. Okay. So let's see how it looks like from here. So when I hover over the mouse, here is a text I chose. Okay. And if you choose a window, and let it be the same text there, and go to the preview button here, nothing happens when I hover over, but here is a hand that shows us that there is something, so that we should click. And this is a window. You see that it's not very, let's say, it's not very nice to choose a window for this small amount of text, but you can do it. How we can link pages? Go to page. So when I press my lion, I want to be able to go to, let's say, this page where lioness is. Okay, I marked it, and then I go to save. So let's see what now happens. Press the lion, and here we are, the picture with lioness, which I chose to go to by clicking on the lion. Okay. And here are all the pages from your template. You can choose simply previous page, next page, last page. Link, what does it mean, link? You can copy paste some link. For example, if I want a song about lion, I find something on YouTube, I copy paste the link and I put it here. But what happens is that with a link, the students go out of the Genially. But if you embed it, then that stays in the Genially. We're going to do the embed button later. Full screen, what does it mean, full screen? It means that the picture of the lion will be full screen. Let's see. Here is the lion, and then I press it and the picture enlarge itself to full the screen. Okay, and this is one of the new features, actually really cool. Audio. You can record yourself. When a student presses a lion, it will hear something. Just a sec. Here is the record button. When you press the record button, let's see if we can do it now, but I'm using a microphone for this video, but let's try it. Press, and then when it starts timing, you say what you want, and then press stop. And here it is, mark it and press save. You can shorten the duration. You can probably rename it or something like that, but let's go to the preview to see how it looks like. And then when it starts timing, you say what you want, and then run. Okay, this is it. So I did it. You get the picture, how you can do it. It's a really, really cool feature. Before this, I used to do audios on insert button. I will show you later. Well, this is actually our next step. Let's see if we set everything. If you want to change the interactivity, here it is. We said about all of these. Okay, so you can make anything interactive in Genially. And now let's go to the second most important thing, and that is the embed button, which is here in insert. What can you insert? You can insert the audio, and the steps are the same as I showed you in here in interactivity. You have the record button. Here it is. You press it, you say something, and then you say what you want, and then press stop. And now it's here. So you have to press it like this, and it appears here. And until this interactivity button where actually you can place audio anywhere you like, it looked just like this. And I always had a problem with the look of it. You know, I didn't like this rectangle. I didn't like, you can change its size and so on. But then this part where children should press, it's too small. And if it's too long, it's just look ugly. So what I used to do was to insert a button. For example, let's use this one, and then put button on the top. Okay, and then mark the audio and change its opacity. So when it's transparent, you can't see it. But you have to make your audio to be the top layer, like this. Now it's on the top, but when you put its opacity at 0, it can't be seen. So now Okay, so now we can't see it, but when we press it, and then when it starts, the audio starts. Okay, but now it's much easier and simpler when we have audio inside the interactivity button. Okay, so we can insert audio. We can actually record, and we can drop audios from the computer, or there are some supported providers here. Okay, but when you record it, you have to mark it here, and then it will appear on the canvas. Next, you can embed the videos by copying and pasting the link here. And let's see how it looks like. We can go to the YouTube, for example, and go to the share button. I don't know why this is in Serbian. Go to copy, and then go back to our editor, Genially editor, and paste the link. Okay, press it here. And here is the video. Of course, in the preview button, the video will also be here. So let's just check. Here it is. Okay. There are some supported providers, and you can upload your videos from the Google Drive. And now we go to one of my two favorite buttons, and that is the embed button. This is how it looks. And you will see this or the word embed in many tools. For example, YouTube also has the embed code. Let's just erase this one. This is the link, and this is the embed link. This is how it looks. So you go here and you go to copy. Again, this is in Serbian, but here should be copy. The text goes blue, and the whole code, the whole frame, you copy and paste in this space here. Go to insert, and the video is here. You can enlarge it, or lock it, or put an animation to it. And you can embed anything that can be embedded. That's how I should have done this No More Noisy Nights here. Okay, this is a learning app game. I went to copy the embed code, and I pasted it here, and then I press insert, and my game made in another tool was here. Anything that has an embed link can be embedded into the Genially. You saw that I embedded one Genially into the other Genially. I will show you later when we get to that part where this embed code of the Genially is. Okay, here you have pages. These are all the pages of our template. What can you do with them is hide the pages. What does it mean? For example, all of my clothes and house and rooms pages, there are a lot of pages, and I don't want them to see all the pages of my presentation. So I hide pages. If you press this, then this page is not going to be visible when the students are looking at it. And you can make it visible again by clicking make this page visible. So some of the pages, I make them invisible, and then when we cover that part in school, I make them visible again. That's also a cool feature. Of course, with any page, when you hover over it, you have copy, duplicate it actually, and you have delete. So you can delete the whole page if you don't need it or don't like it, or you can duplicate it. If you duplicate it, here it is, right below the one that you copied or duplicated. These passwords for the page is for a little higher level than this basic level of the Genially editor. Okay, now it's a draft still because we didn't publish it. Here you can change the name of your Genially, and everything is being saved to the cloud. Yes, I forgot to say that. Everything is being saved here, so that you don't have to press anything. It's being saved. You can change the name of your presentation. And then there is this collaborators button. What does it mean? Well, it means that you can collaborate with your friends by adding their email here. Go to all set. So they will be invited to collaborate. It means that they can edit this genially as well. It's great for colleagues collaborations, but it's also great for example, a couple of students doing one project, for example. Okay, this is the preview button. I already said that. And then we go, when we have finished, we go to all set. In order to publish it, you have to, in the free version, you have to mark public online. Private version is just for upgraded versions. You can decide whether you want to make your genialies reusable. What does it mean? If you mark this button, it means that other people will be able to use and edit your genially. Okay, you can show it on your social profiles. Title, you can describe it here shortly and go to all set. Okay, and we did it. What can we do now? We can present it, we can share it, or we can download it. This download feature is for paid accounts. Share. When you make a genially, what can you do? Go to share. You can copy the link. When you copy the link, you can paste it, I don't know, in mail or Viber or whatever social network that you are using. And only by clicking on this link, your students will be able to access your genially work. So they are one link away from everything that you make for them. Okay, so this is the copy button. This is the embed button. If you want to embed your genially into something else or another genially, you should copy this embed code and then paste it. Okay. You can send it by email. You can send it to social networks, and I wanted to point this out. You can share it with your Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams accounts if you use it in your schools. Okay, that's it. Now it's public, and let's see, when we are on this first page of a Genially account, how does it look like? And now here it is. This means that it's reusable. From here, what we can do is we can present it again. We can call our friends to work on our Genially as well from here, and we can share with all these features that I already explained, also from here. And we can rename it, move it to the folders, duplicate. What does it mean to duplicate it? If you duplicate it, then you get another copy of it. So you can maybe save this one, but you can change something in this one. If you actually, in Serbia, the first and the second grade are very similar in our curriculum, but the first grade doesn't read. And the second grade should be able to read some basic words and constructions. So I do my Genially for the first grade, and then I duplicate it, and then I change some pages, add words, and so on and so on. That's why duplicate button is great. And that's it, actually. These are the basic steps in Genially. And what I would like to say is that if you're starting, you should just try something small, like a game or a quiz, because everything is done there with the design, with the linked pages and everything, and you just have to change the questions and the pictures, images, and so on. And then when you start, I guarantee that you are going to want to make more and more complicated things, and presentations, and even escape rooms. Why not? You just have to start somewhere, and I'm sure that that the ideas are going to just well up, and that you are going to do some amazing creations ingenially, and improve your teaching, and improve the atmosphere in class, and improve the students' motivation for learning. So have a nice day, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.